One, two, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. I paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. You know what to see. See a bad mother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the CEO Row Experience. We have a very special episode today. We have, of course, Insight 513, but we're going to let them introduce themselves individually. And I have to my left.
I am Miss Jasper of The Insight. Hey y'all, hey, it is Divine Stylez
Yes,
from The Insight.
from The
We are
Insight.
in the building.
Happy. Well, it's your second time in the building,
Yes,
to be exact. But we now have Miss Jasper to
yes.
tag along this
The
time. So this,
finally is did it. it. Yes,
shouts out to my co-host out of pocket. You're a little under the weather. Couldn't make it today, but hope everything's all right. And we'll catch you next time, brother.
I'll be back.
Yeah, you missed. I was about to say you missed. You missed out. You missed out. But yes, of course, we got Insight 513 in the building. It is a pleasure to have you, Miss Jasper. It is a pleasure to have you again, Divine Stylez. You already know. You pretty up the set. You know, make the set look pretty. You know what I mean? But yeah, enough of me talking. Let the people know who you are, what you do, and we'll just take it from there.
Okay, well, yes, like you said, you guys are familiar with Divine Stylez already. We formulated The Insight last year. So I've been writing poetry for over 20 years. Off and on, played around with spoken word, and last year finally decided to take it seriously. Because working a 9 to 5 is just not fulfilling, not satisfying. So rather live my dreams.
Understood.
And we decided to bring the people these experiences, these open mic experiences, just to bring the vibe. Philly needs those vibes. We need safe spaces. We need community. We need to be able to talk about conversations that need to be had in the community, but in a productive way. So by bringing up topics that need to be talked about in the community, like intimacy, mental health, supporting one another, black enterprise, networking, all of being serious about your craft, all of those things are things that we want to present to the people and let them know that it's attainable, it's realistic, and more so now than any time before, the sky is the limit. So let's get it.
That's real dope. I met you sisters at a mental health show that you guys had. It was the first time that I was introduced to Insight 513. And I've been on board ever since. Anytime I can get out or connect, I definitely try. I really thought it was dope to have sisters really understand or want to understand a black man's mental health.
Yes.
In the times that we're in, that's not the vibe.
That's so true. That's so true. Empathy goes a long way, though.
No doubt.
So you can't relate to somebody unless you hear them out and put yourself in their shoes. And that's the only way the conversation can move forward is if you're on level with that person. So that was the main reason of us doing the men's mental health event, the women's mental health, is to integrate that conversation. You can do all you want as a black man about your mental health, but that doesn't help me understand your journey and how you sustain that healthy level of mental health. So I got to hear about it. We
So we
wanted to
must
hear you
establish
guys.
a thorough form of communication.
Exactly.
And I
First
think
and
that's not easy for men. Men are taught to be tough and hold things in, not to be vulnerable to their feelings.
right.
So it's not an easy task. So again, I was connected. You know what I mean? And I thought I really appreciated it. And I think
We appreciated you being there.
no doubt, no doubt. And anyone, if you get a chance when they have the next one, if you're a male, the men's mental health, or if you're a woman, they also have a women's mental health event as well. Definitely be on the lookout for Insight 513. They're very well-spoken sisters. They're very, open-minded. And they're hustlers. This is my Thelma and Louise.
Sun up to
Yeah,
sundown,
you know what I'm
baby.
saying? So,
Sometimes no sleep.
no doubt. So they moving and shaking, and this is why they want to see your real experience. Again, what inspired you to begin to write poetry? I know you said you started writing it in
Yeah, for me, I've always loved reading. I've always loved the library. And in school they give you a little like snippet, a little peek into poetry, and everyone writes their little poem. But I would go to the library and read more. So when we heard about Maya Angelou, I was like, oh, I want to know more of her story. Then I stumbled on Langston Hughes and Nikki Giovanni and Sonia Sanchez and all the greats. I was like, wow, they're telling their story, and I was empathizing. I was able to relate to them and sometimes even heal just by reading what they were putting on the paper. So I wanted to give it a try. And when I was 9, I wrote my first poem. And I still have it to this day.
Okay.
In my collection.
Okay. You know we have a performance at the end of the show. If you would like to perform that, you're more than welcome.
I am not going to perform that. I don't know it. I will definitely give you a performance, just not the poem that I wrote at 9 years old. But one day y'all might be lucky.
Much
enough
more
to get it.
sophisticated.
We need insight.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Poetry is much more sophisticated now. So.
No doubt.
Definitely oh my goodness, the topics.
The experience.
But it's always been an outlet. Just being someone dealing with anxiety and depression and so many different emotions growing up. It was just always a gateway to get that stuff out, and the bars just came. So it wasn't just journal writing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you write this thought, like, oh, today I saw a boy, and, next thing you know, the next line rhyme, and it's like, you know what, I'm going to make this a poem. Like, fuck the journal entry. I'm going to make it a poem.
Right.
So, yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. And then sharing work at school, I would always be nominated to read a poem, or every year winning the poetry award at school and stuff like that. And there's just no reason to ever stop. It was always fulfilling.
No doubt. Again, dude, I love the energy. Just you even explaining it is I'm engaged. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I see why you two rock. You feed off of each other.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I can read it. Listen. Oh, you're dealing with. I am CEO Real. I read into a lot of things. But, Ms. Divine Stylez, again, this is your second time here. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Again, for those that may have not caught the last episode, give them a little insight of, I know she gave a lot of it, you know what I mean, but a little insight of who you are.
I am Divine Stylez. I am a poet. I am a chef. I am a mother. I am a sister. And poetry for me is a lifeline. It's the pulse of the community that I'm a part of, and I'm proud to be one of the influential people
Yeah.
You're an influencer, correct?
in this culture, and being able to help bridge the gap between our culture and the outside, the people who don't know about it, don't really rock with poetry. Like, I'm not sure. Like, that's what the insight does.
Right.
The insight gives you insight. We give you a peek into different things. It's like a lot of people don't really know what poetry is really about. I still got people walking up to me, oh, y'all just be snapping. Nah.
Right.
This ain't the 70s. We ain't in no Brooklyn brownstone. We ain't got to be quiet.
Right. We prefer you clap it up. Give us our
Exactly.
flowers now.
Engage. If you
Yes.
engage, you get in tune with what's being said. If you can relate, and I guarantee you're going to be able to relate. The people, the poets that I've met, these are not things that are really just put together. It takes thought. It takes.
We pour our
artistry.
hearts into
Yeah.
our poetry. A lot of people do it. Poets do it not just for other people to hear it. We're literally putting our life on these pages and giving it to y'all raw and uncut. Like it's a part of who we are.
And with that comes a responsibility, you know, with sharing my trauma, my truths, my growth, my healing. You never know who is resonating with that exact thing. We always, oh, I'm going through this alone. No one else knows what this is like. There are plenty of people that may have experienced something similar to you. I have a poem that I wrote about co-parenting, and when I do that poem, so many people come up to me like, yo, I'm dealing with that right now. You give me hope, like, you know, the things might get better. So you never know, and taking on that responsibility as an artist to be that connection sometimes, it's big work. You know what I'm saying? That's big shoes to fill.
But it takes a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
I can definitely dig it, and I can understand that. But I also appreciate it because everybody can't do it. And I feel like those that want to do it, you inspire them too. Some people are afraid, like we stated, this is what Insight is about, to open you up to all the things that you aren't, normally sharing. Or exposing to other people, about yourself. And I think that's what's also dope as well because, like you said, from intimacy, anxiety, mental health, and just education in the culture in general.
Right.
You know what I mean? Is real dope. It's real dope. And that's why I'm blessed to, have met you sisters and to have experienced, your events.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think everybody else should definitely check these sisters out again.
Y'all definitely should.
Before you go into more, just tell them where they can find you at, on IG or any platforms that you have. Let them know, let the people know where they can
You can
find
just
you.
Google us.
But
on IG,
Google
you can find us collectively on IG at The Insight 513. So that's THEE, 2 E's because we fancy. Insight spelled the correct way, 513. You can email us, same handle at Gmail. You can't text us, not yet.
Exactly,
Not
and
yet.
in the bio of the Insights page, you'll find our personal poetry pages. So everything's public. We are very transparent. Our lives are a fucking movie.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? That's how we live?
Literally.
Is that how we live?
We show our travels, the things.
Yeah, I see y'all be on the road.
Yes.
Man. I see
We out here.
Documentary coming soon.
I hear that.
We about to get a dash cam so y'all can hear all the dumb shit we be doing in the car while we be driving places. Like
it goes down in these poetic streets.
Poetic streets is going down, man. Again, it's a pleasure to have you, sisters. And again, if you haven't tapped in, definitely tap in. They will be performing Saturday, February 25th at Poets and Laughter. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you should get them. They're going fast.
Y'all can hit us up because we still got a few tickets
The
left.
Cash App is $Insight.
$The Insight. So it is The
Me
Insight.
and Ro gonna fight if he keeps forgetting our fanciness.
The Insight.
I'm not fancy. I apologize. My
The.
apologies. The
So we're
Insight.
bringing you The Insight.
Understood.
So
Not
yeah,
the.
Cash App, same tag, The Insight 513. Hit us up, slide into them DMs. Any questions?
We love a DM
We
slide.
respond. We
part.
do. We
As
do.
they say.
You heard
That
her.
part, as they say, they down with the DM.
Because it goes down in the
The
DM.
DM. You already know. That's why I'm smiling. You already know. That's why I'm smiling, man. I'm having a great time. We'll be right back with more of the CEO Row experience once we pay these bills, man.
Hey.
Rule number one, never underestimate a single man.
Facts.
That shit'll kill you. Yeah.
Damn, Spancy.
What?
Make it hot up on your block like you didn't caught a fever. I'm the only one she fucking, but I really don't believe her. Man, I'm shooting up your bus like I'm Jeepers Creepers. Pending case involve a murder, but I feel it, man. I know I'll be there. I can tell you details, can you keep a secret? Conversations with my lawyer, he said, man, that plea deal, they can fucking keep it. We don't need it. Pick up in her face, I know she like to eat it. Angels meeting demons if I'm creeping on a fucking weekend. Hit that nigga bad, I know he lucky, he still fucking breathing, never grieving. take your problems to the church and to the deacon. Here to stay, I'm never leaving. I want the beef, I ain't fucking vegan. Chase that nigga down on the side of town until he start to bleed. Yeah, I know the plug, I know he want me on his team. Said I've been doing good since I put down all the lean. Now I've been on TikTok chasing money, chasing dreams. Went viral saying rumor says, then turn me to a meme. Hit a spleen, I'm a shooter, boy. Put that on a dean, sick codeine. This is not a lie, this is what I seen. See a beam, hit the deck, yeah. You should know it's me, it's third degree. I was chasing one, but wound up hitting three. Hit the gas, now I'm on your ass. 30 hit you fast, never last. Yeah, I got the drop, show me where to stash. Since your dad, I ain't got no mask. Yeah, pussy trash, blow a bag. Yeah, I'm shooting first, you button, I throw no jab. Make it hot up on your block like you didn't caught a fever. I'm the only one she fucking, but I really don't believe her. Man, I'm shooting up your bus like I'm Jeepers Creepers. Pending case involve a murder, but I feel it, man, I know I'll beat it. I can tell you details, can you keep a secret? Conversations with my lawyer, he said, man, that plea deal, they can fucking keep it. We don't need it. Dick up in her face, I know she like to eat it. Angels meeting demons if I'm creeping on a fucking weekend.
Do a drill, we hot right out that Johnny, yeah, we getting active. Niggas posting guns for Instagram, but they be really capping. Told the lawyer, get my brother home, he went and made it happen. I just turned the block up and went ghost just like I'm James St. Patrick. What the fuck is that? I feel like a dyke can't leave the house without my fucking strap. I stay loyal to the bros because they got my fucking back. Ain't staying loyal to no hoe, she want me cause these fucking rats. A band for the off-white mixed with Louis, watch him try to copy. Bitches on my dick, they want my brother cause he beat a body. Switches on that glicky, it's gon' pill him just like Bill Cosby. Know a nigga, he did drills in 9th grade, he popped out the eye.
Make it hot up on your block like you didn't caught a fever. I'm the only one she fucking, but I really don't believe her. Man, I'm shooting up your bus like I'm Jeepers Creepers. Pending case involve a murder, but I feel it, man, I know I'll beat it. I can tell you details, can you keep a secret? Conversations with my lawyer, he said, man, that plea deal, they can fucking keep it. We don't need it. Dick up in her face, I know she like to eat it. Angels meeting demons if I'm creeping on a fucking weekend.
You know.
Yeah.
Gotta watch them smiles and them handshakes closely, you know.
Ain't no friends in this business, just associates. You keep your thoughts locked up, watch who you're speaking with. You get the bag and you watch who you spend it with. Them hyenas hungry, they ain't got no pics. Cause they looking, they watching. Them scavengers to see what you're dropping. So hold on, hold on.
I broke bread with folks I should've let starve. I wish them well. They did me wrong. It hurt my heart. Still, I caused no harm. I remained solid and kept my hustle strong. I didn't stop. I just got it. Right. Grind with vengeance. Just stuff my pockets. Remember the times when they left me hanging, but when they called, I turned them up right to the payment. That's just who I am. But to an extent, it take a lot now before I call you my friend. I've been through a whole lot, never begins, and some will never ever get that fucking close
again. No friends in this business, just associates. You keep your thoughts locked up, watch who you're speaking with. You get the bag and you watch who you spend it with. Them hyenas hungry, they ain't got no pics. Cause they looking, they watching. Them scavengers to see what you're dropping. So hold on, hold on.
I keep the blower close, and my people's woke. Cause every laugh that you hear ain't behind no joke. They might be smiling, dog, doing the most to get close to your family, cut your throat. It been years of building my inner circle. My foundation strong up top of solid structure. We won't fall no more cause we each other's crutches. And if it's time for war, we move like 300. It's about the right team, not the hype team. You know the ones that keep it quiet and do things. Play the background, not always trying to be seen. No friendships, just building this family.
Ain't no friends in this business, just associates. You keep your thoughts locked up, watch who you're speaking with. You get the bag and you watch who you spend it with. Them hyenas hungry, they ain't got no pics. Cause they looking, they watching. Them scavengers to see what you're dropping. So hold on, hold on.
Drip, 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 drip. I got the drip, you know that I'm saucy. Got a new bitch, hop on my dick, you know I'm a boss, yeah. Drip, 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 drip. I got the drip, you know that I'm saucy. Got a new bitch, hop on my dick, you know I'm a boss, yeah. Bad bitch, but I'm spoiled. Bad bitch, but I'm loyal. All my bitches is bad asses. All you bitches be boring. Your nigga be all on my top. Your niggas be all in my face. If he ain't cutting them checks, the nigga get out of my face. See, I don't play with you weak bitches. All you bitches got broke habits. Y'all pussy get broke niggas. My pussy get bad habits. Taking flights on a daily basis. Money calls and I get the chases. Ass fat with them titties, right? Just to show you hoes I ain't basic. Pussy wet on the regular. Drip, 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 drip. Dripping money like a Spanish hoe. Sip, 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 sip. Bag of bitches on the regular. Want the sauce in the regular. Checks hitting like escrow. Had the facts like dominoes. Drip, watch me drip. Drip, drip, drip. Watch me drip. I got the drip. You know that I'm saucy. Got a new bitch, hop on my dick. You know I'm a boss, yeah. Drip, drip, watch me drip. Drip, drip. I got the drip, you know that I'm saucy. Got a new bitch, hop on my dick, you know I'm a boss.
You can tell me what you wanna hear. The bottles, the bitches, the money, the cars, huh? I ain't got it yet. Listen, these lyrics is how I'm finna flex. I'ma cut the checks, hold on, wait. I'm just warming up, thinking about my kids, thinking figures I can get 6. I'ma get slick like Rick, wait for the days we get rich. I'ma get a yacht painted red, get a crown, wear gold on my head. I'ma cherish every single word I said. Look, you nigga, yeah, I said what I said. I could be the greatest to ever do it. I promise I prove it. Don't ever expect to see we never lose it. Drip too exclusive.
Drip, drip, come and watch me drip. Drip, drip. I got the drip, you know that I'm saucy. Got a new bitch, hop on my dick, you know I'm a boss, yeah. Drip, 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 watch me drip. Drip, I got the drip, you know that I'm saucy. Got a new bitch, hop on my dick, you know I'm a boss, yeah.
And we're back with the CEO Row Experience. You know I'm your gracious host, CEO Row, and I have my beautiful guests, Insight 513, Miss Jasper, and Divine Stylez. Yeah, so we picking back up. Welcome back, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
There we go. Okay.
We're present.
There we go. Okay, we in the mix. So tell the people what we got going on for 2023.
Everything. 2023 is that
things.
Jordan year, so we slam dunking on them every month, every week. Find us in these poetic streets.
Bars.
So yes.
I heard that.
It just comes.
Bars. Every month, every week, find us in these
So I
poetic
feel like
streets.
we've got something coming up soon, like right around the corner.
Yeah.
Saturday!
Yes, this Saturday. February the 11th.
I love it.
We do.
February
So
11th.
February the 11th, we have The Insight Presents
Sexy in the City, Volume 4.
4. Damn, 4 already.
Bitch, yes.
Quattro.
We killing it.
Erotic open mic, intro to BDSM.
Hey.
I feel like it's some type of holiday around this though. You know what holiday is coming up soon, bro?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. I like.
Yes.
So of course we had to bring y'all Valentine's Day
A little
edition.
extra sexy in the city.
Yes, ladies, make sure you come out in your little red dress.
Heard that.
Not
Little red dress.
required.
Little red dress.
But if you
Little
come
red dress.
stunting in your red, there is a possibility that you'll win a prize.
A very nice
Since
prize.
I can't be in the competition. So that
Or
gives
me,
you a chance.
so, yeah.
Listen, come dressed in your best, but even if red not your shit, I'm not going, we don't want you to not feel your sexiest. So just come out sexy. Fellas, we would like you to wear a little touch of red. That would be nice. We all about the aesthetic. But we going to be beautiful in black no matter what. So we want y'all to come out. We want y'all to come with these sexy vibes. And if you're not going to bring the sexy vibes, expect the sexy vibes.
That part.
And it will be from 8 p.m. to midnight. After party on location, because that's what we do.
Always.
What is the location?
It is 1713 North 24th Street. That is right between Cecil B. Moore and Ridge Avenue on 24th. Parking, plenty of parking. And the place that we are doing it has specials for drinks.
Oh, I like their specials too, because I like to drink.
So they have a BYOB, bring your own shit.
We grown up,
That's
so
BYOS. But and they also have a special drink, a drink special for us, which is $40 for a wristband, and you drink all night.
All night.
All night.
Okay.
So if you a guzzler like me, that might work out in your favor.
Make sure you let them know what city we in with the event.
Philly.
Yeah, that's important.
And those were a lot of numbers in the address. I respect that. I smoke, so I can't remember all those numbers. So make sure you follow the Insight 513 because all the information is right.
It's
there.
right there at your fingertips, bruh.
There you go. Come out.
It's already in your hand anyway.
Right?
Always.
So,
always.
Some of the amazing things will be, we're going to give you a little peek behind the curtain with BDSM. Because that's what we do. This is introductory. So
the
you
BDSM
want
part, like
dip your toe in the sexy. So BDSM, we have a demos. Lots of demos this time.
What is BDSM real quick though?
Oh, okay. All right, I got to put my teacher glasses on.
Please do. Please do.
So,
give them the insights.
Ladies and gentlemen, BDSM is an acronym. B is for bondage. D is for dominance or discipline. S is for submissive or sadist, and M is for masochist. So if any of these things interest you, including fetish, electric play, other than the bondage, impact play, all these things can be seen. We have fire massage by one of these dope ass poets, because all our poets do all types of shit because we're creative.
We multifaceted.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So we got fire play. We got electric play. We have tantric massages. We gonna have our edibles vendor as always. We got polygraphics there. Erotic glyphics with the erotic graphic art. Like his pieces are amazing. We always got food in the building.
And it is Valentine's Day. So y'all might need to buy some gifts. So we do have the most awesomest, dopest.
We love
I'm gonna make up some other words to describe her because she's that amazing.
The bestest.
She is coming through with the adult toys.
Yes,
so,
Mama Bush.
Check your collection. You might need to add some stuff, or you might need to start a collection. Whatever it is, she got it. So come through. Hey, women like toys.
Men like toys too.
He said they do. They do. Let's keep it.
They just different. Y'all like cars. Yes, y'all like cars. That's a toy, right? Okay, men like toys too. Y'all like pretty women?
The venue is 420 friendly.
Always.
99.99999% of our venues will be 420 friendly.
I like that. I like that percentage.
That's very important because that's the vibe.
Exactly.
And this is
then we will have some
health.
family friendly stuff. So they can't be that's the 0.000001 of the events that
we got y'all families.
Yes.
But come out February the 11th. Follow us at the Insight THEE Insight 513.
It's an erotic open mic. So if you got a song where you talking that nasty shit, come share it.
This is the place, judgment-free zone.
A stand-up act where you telling jokes about some sexy shit, okay? Come out. You know, there's no limit on what eroticism is. And that's one of the purposes of this event, to expand, open our minds, liberate ourselves. Yes, to know that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay. Couples, we encourage couples to come. Couples have so much fun there, and I'm hoping that when they go home, the conversations that they have are that much more expanded and in-depth and stuff like that. So if you got a little poem you've been working on, come and share it with us. We want to hear it.
Yes, and feel free if you're not comfortable with people knowing. It's okay. We're okay with masks. We're okay with that kind of stuff. If you're not open to being that open, we're okay with that. This is a no judgment zone. Like, come out and then just enjoy the vibe. If anything, if you don't want to get on the stage, it's always a vibe. The inside is always.
But if you want to go all out, we are definitely not stopping you from doing that. And your attire, just make sure the main parts are covered. But
Yes.
go off.
Cover your areolas, please.
I don't really want to go near the mask. Just me personally, I don't want to go near the mask. I'll keep, just let me see your face.
Hey.
Listen,
After
I'm a
them
guy.
drinks.
Let me see your face. No mask for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I will be in the building, but no mask.
He said he will be in the building. Y'all heard him.
You should too. You should be in the building.
Y'all
too.
should be in the building.
You know what I mean?
Because we gonna be in the building.
We gonna be in the building and looking cute as shit like we always do.
So that's
I
what's
don't know
coming
about
up
that.
next, like next, like right around the corner. So make sure you come out to that. If you've been to any of our events, especially this one, then you know it's a vibe. You don't have to be told to not miss out. So if you have not been to any of our events, don't continue sitting on that side of the bench. Don't keep sitting
Don't do that
out.
to yourself. Help us to help you.
Yes.
Get in the game. Get active.
But if by chance you cannot make it out February 11th, follow us, right, at The Insight 513, 2 E's because we fancy. And next month, we will be circling back around to our men's mental health. Super
Second volume.
dope event. For us, it's very humbling to do the men's mental health awareness event because we learn so much. We're really hands off with this. We'll have a dope host, THE. He's going to be hosting. The topic is going to be super dope. You got to follow us to really get into it. So that's going to be March 18th. Men's mental health, March 18th. April, we'll be circling back around to women's mental health. That'll be April 15th. May, we will be celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary, I do know
That's
that.
513.
All right.
So definitely you don't want to miss out on it because that's going to be a movie.
Right,
That's going to be a movie.
We've been looking for some rooftops.
Yes.
So, we always extra sexy with it. We can't help but be
We are
dramatic.
also looking for designers for our dresses for May.
That part.
Ladies, fellas, you make fly ass gowns, hit us up. So yeah, that's what we've got going on this spring. We're working on a tour for the summer. We're heading out to London. We've made some connects overseas. So the beginning of August, we're going out there.
We going to Atlanta,
Chicago. We'll be in Chicago next month. We'll be here. Some of those. We'll be in Philly too, right? But you just gotta follow us to know where we at.
We're going to be at the Bayou Jazz Lounge tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
5025 Baltimore Avenue.
That's West Philly.
Come through. It's not too far from here.
Hey.
This neighborhood, so.
Free entry, dope drinks and food.
Free 99.
Come through and catch us perform.
Yeah. I mean, I'm busy. I'm busy. I
Respect.
try to come,
Heck yeah.
you already know. I try to come to the ones
that you can come to.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, who made it?
Yeah, I'm in this motherfucker. You feel me?
I mean,
Because I understand how important support is. That's what we have to do a lot more of.
And that's why we love
we
But
working
physical
on it.
support is not even just like my body being there. Physical support is also hitting that share button. Physical support is commenting, interaction. When you see your homie post something, don't just click through it.
Right.
Read it one of them times.
Right.
Listen to it one of them times. Watch the video one of them times. Yes. Support is everything, though.
Yeah, man. We got to get into the habit of that. That's what's cool. That's what's thorough. Instead of a lot of the nut shit that people be into. You know what I mean? Again, you already know we in here to change the narrative.
Yes.
For a better culture, a better future. You know what I mean? So, again, man, make sure you tune into the CEO Road Experience every week. We shoot every Monday, every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And again, anytime you guys have anything you want to talk about, you already know.
I already
Holler
know.
at me. Let's go. Anything that you want to talk about, let's go.
Oh, I forgot to mention our Juneteenth event.
Okay.
We will be doing our first annual Juneteenth event. This will be a family event. This will be outdoors in the park. But we have a dope artist coming all the way from the West Coast to perform at that event. His name is Brandon Leak.
Okay.
And he is the winner, first poet ever to win America's Got Talent.
Wow.
So we linked up with him. We met him online. I was stuck in North Carolina for a few months. That's why I was MIA. But I'm back.
But you back.
And so I was hosting the open mics online to keep that connection going, and he hopped on a few times. So we, that was part of the reason of going out to Arlington, was to make that connection in person, because like you said, that in-person vibe is so important. So yes, this is booked and loaded, and we are so excited to just keep pushing, sweating, and grinding for the culture. But that's what we do.
Sweating and grinding for the culture. The Insight 513.
Hey, he got it right.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't see me practicing on it throughout the whole time.
I love it.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. I appreciate you guys coming out and kicking it, man. No doubt. You have a very busy schedule. That means that you're doing things. And they're positive things. And they're things that are awakening the people. People need to wake up.
Yes.
They do. I mean, it's hard, I know, but, at the end of the day, we have to communicate. And we have to learn to, respect what we hear. Also, you know what I mean? Because again, if a person's willing to open up and give you something they're normally not giving people, that's not something you should play with. You know, and then and just to give you a little insight on men normally, that's why they don't open up, because they probably shared with a woman before and she turned it against them. You see what I'm saying?
Let's
Things
talk
like
about
that.
it.
Things
Yeah.
like that.
Talk about
I'm just saying,
Exactly.
like that's it's different. You always have to be mindful. With men, we got to be mindful before we lose our temper or get irritated with things, because of the same reason. We don't know what she's been through or going through, especially if we're not in tune and don't ask. And we're not going to understand because we're not women.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like, again, the events that you have, the women and men's mental health events are very important, and they're dope. And I feel like everybody should come out to them drinks in each month.
And we encourage men to come to the women's mental health. We encourage women to come to the men's mental health. That's what we need. We need to be in the same spaces with each other to have these conversations. Just because we say men's mental health doesn't mean it's only men allowed.
Right.
We
No, it
need
is
you
an
ladies.
actual conversation. So for the men's mental health and the women's mental health, we call them hip hop and healing. And there's always a panel. And panel breeds discussion, right? So we create questions for our panelists that we've chosen, usually dope poets, dope people in the culture. But not only do we ask them the questions, if you recall, we ask the crowd, the audience. We want everyone's feedback, and it's a collective thing. And we notice that the more we ask those questions to the crowd, the more interactive they get, the more personal they get. But we're all listening. So that one-on-one conversation that could be had between just me and her, now it's being had with everybody, and we can all heal and grow together. So it's so dope.
Yes, exactly. Getting different perspectives breeds, empathy.
Exactly. Yes.
But it also opens your mind, the perspectives, like you stated, like you guys were stating. It opens your mind. It lets you know that you're not alone.
Yes.
Other people may feel the same way, or maybe you've been through and it can help maybe explain or give wisdom and shed light on the situation. I also dug the fact that the men that were on the panel, they were well spoken. You know what I mean? That's very important.
It's good.
It's good
Other
to
men
have,
need to see that.
Intellectual men around, to be able to share certain feelings and thoughts, because it's easier for people to understand.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
We
It's not
also try to
broken up.
cover the generations. Excuse me. I don't know if you noticed, but our panel, we try to make sure that every generation feels represented up there. So, we have those that are hustling the culture in their 20s. And really, what Jovan, he was our 20-year-old representative for the men's mental
The
health.
Poet
and
Bull.
the Poet Bull. Like, he needs no other name. He has the best stage name. But just his representation of his culture. Sometimes the youth can feel silenced. So to even be that person to speak for your culture, your generation perspective, that allows the older generation to hear some things. And then we had Sam, who's in his early 50s or something like that, and Sam I Amism is just that's mentor, that's Unc, he was like my introduction 15-20 years ago into the spoken word scene. So his representation, and then he also works in the mental health field and stuff like that. So and
that
then
also helps
ages
too.
in between.
See, that also helped as well. That was another thing that I picked up. He was very wise into what people go through because he works in the field.
And he gave you it raw.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's
that's what you need.
Exactly.
Don't bullshit me.
That's why we call him. That's why we call him Uncle Sam.
And that's how the conversations can get that deep.
Sam I am.
Shouts out to Sam I am ism.
Yeah, we don't do surface. We want to get under.
To the bone.
Yes, because the purpose of this at the end of the day is Black enterprise, is self-sufficiency. We can't depend on these, Fortune 500 companies to believe in or support what we're doing. We can't sit around and wait for that. We've waited long enough. We have to pave our own way. We have to pave the way for the next generations, all that. So, if you ain't up for the challenge, that's okay. But for those of us that are, we are going to show up and put that work in collectively. So our vendors are very consistent. We don't even get a chance to put a post up requesting vendors because after our event, they're hitting us up asking about the next event. Can I be locked in? Can I pay my venue fee now, my vendor fee now to be locked into the next event? So we love creating those sustainable relationships within this Black enterprise, local, business. Let's keep this dollar right here. All of our venues are local, are young Black businesses of the community who decided the same thing that we decided. I want something better for my people.
Exactly.
And it's coming together, and we are showing the next generation that they can trust in us. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go outside to look for security or opportunity because it'll be right here in the community.
Our community, our tribe. And we even we do family stuff. So I outsource to my sister who's a baker and a caterer also. I'm a caterer, but she's good as hell at baking. So we outsource. I put our nieces and nephews and my daughter to work. We're building up for the next generation, working hard and knowing it is to have a strong family bond and being able to, outsource to your own people. We so talented. We are so talented.
Yeah. We don't understand. A lot of us don't understand our own potential sometimes. We understand it gets circumstantial. We understand that life can be life at times, but you still gotta work on you.
Exactly.
Gotta work on you. You have a purpose. That's why we all here. We all have a purpose.
And I was listening to something on Instagram. It was Tyler Perry, and he was like, "Who are you to stop yourself from living in your purpose? Because you don't know what you're doing for somebody else. You don't know who's watching you."
Exactly.
Right. The inspiration.
Exactly.
That is correct.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I put up a post. I think that was similar to that as well. Although we're out here creating opportunities for ourselves, understand that there are other people that are involved in that. You dig what I'm saying? So
living
through what
yes.
you're doing, they're living through you to create opportunities for themselves that can shine. That is a very main reason I posted that, because that's how I live and that's what I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? I feel that, through me, other people have connected and gone on and done other things. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they appreciate it. And I appreciate it. People tell me that they
That's
inspire.
the
I inspire
culture.
them. I didn't know this. You know what I mean? That's really my gratification, and what I do is that I inspire you, because that's what I'm setting out to do, so that you can inspire somebody else.
Exactly.
Or the masses. You feel what I'm saying? We don't need to get in each other's way, but first we got to get out of our own way. You know,
We out here building our own tables.
we all and another thing, good business. This is what we're
that part.
A couple minutes. We're gonna get into this next segment, but good business. You know, when we're out here conducting business with one another, having the same respect that we would have no matter what the color is. You dig what I'm saying? Again, don't go in automatically assuming discount, but yet don't kill me.
Right,
you know what I mean? Let's build because one hand washes the other.
Exactly. We work on the barter system. We still do that.
Right.
We barter services. Right. Yes, we do that.
Right. Well, I mean, because we're giving exposure to each other. I'm bringing exposure to your establishment, and you're allowing me to house here, which accommodates me and what I got going on.
But we were made to believe that we all have the crabs in a barrel mentality. But we were given that mentality. We didn't come with that mentality. We've always been bred of community. You look at the tribes that are still thriving over in the motherland. We are tribal. That's what we know. So the more we get back to that, the more it's natural to barter, to do for each other, because we all are going to eat. We're all going to come up the more we work together. So
because we're it. You know what I mean?
Hey, facts.
Yes. But thank you, sisters, again for coming and kicking it with me on the CEO Road Experience. Excuse me.
Of course.
It's a pleasure, man. It's definitely a pleasure. And I'm sure that they're going to get an experience out of this episode. So anytime you guys again want to come back, make sure you come back. If you would like to also promote or market your business on the CEO Road Experience, you can DM me at CEO Road Experience. If you have music or a business, again, that you would like to display, during my 10-minute segment when we're playing our music, your business will display every time my show airs. You can DM me for the price. And again, like I said, one hand washes the other, man. Everybody's going to see it, regardless of what they tell you. They're watching. You dig what I'm saying? And then the thing is just supporting one another. So make sure that we do that. That's the first and foremost. Again, I like to give a shout out to my man behind the scenes tour. For doing this thing. You already know, man. Making sure everything's set up and going smoothly. And again, thank my sisters, The Insight 513. I got it right again.
Yes, you did. We are so grateful.
No doubt. But we'll be right back with more of the CEO Road Experience right after these messages.
Coming in heavy, coming in ready. Bitches be new to spaghetti. Niggas be new to spaghetti. If I come in here mad, I'ma come in my bag. I'm coming in petty. If I come in here mad, I'ma come in my bag. I'm coming in petty, bitch. I ain't gon' trip off a weak bitch. I ain't a C and don't speak, bitch. My name AB, yeah, but I been on some G shit. Rain on me, gang with me, bad little bitch with a thing on me. And I keep a price and a thing for free. Bitches want advice, but don't hang with me. Keep all them clowns away, keep all them Benjamins coming. I don't do no running, I'm coming. I'm draining the pipe like I'm plumbing. These niggas ain't strapped, but they dumping. I walk in the building, shit start jumping. Thinking I'm down, but I'm up to something. I'm really up to something. Say that it's up, it's nothing. These bitches be faking and fronting. Bitches be reaching and hunting. Looking for something to say. Looking to be in my way. Running their mouth and talking that shit. Bitches is ready to play. Coming in heavy. Coming in ready. Bitches be new to spaghetti. Niggas be new to spaghetti. If I come in here mad, I'ma come in my bag. I'm coming in petty. If I come in here mad, I'ma come in my bag. I'm coming in petty, bitch. When I pop my shit, call me Beezy. These bitches is making it easy. These bitches know they don't intrigue me. These bitches, they wanting to be me. Stop it. Bitches know I am the topic. Niggas, they calling me toxic. But I'm still getting my box lit. Yeah, we outside. Niggas is buying the pet rhyme. Bitches is coming with ass out. This is the club in the trap house. Ayy. Stacks out, bottles and strippers is cash out. Trash bags when she cash out. Baby keep running her damn mouth. No, niggas be broke. He is not tipping cause he is a joke. Dick too small, can't fit in my throat. Niggas wanna fuck on me cause I'm gold. Bitches wanna be like me, they Joe. Bitches wanna fuck my man, they both. AB too hot, I'm cold. One thing about me, a bitch don't fold. Coming in heavy. Coming in ready. Niggas be new to spaghetti. Bitches be new to spaghetti. When I come in here mad, I'ma come in my bag. I'm coming in petty. If I come in here mad, I'ma come in my bag. I'm coming in petty, bitch.
just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, doors, doors. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, doors, doors. Where we finna go, ain't firm. We finna take this to the other coast, bro. I got some hope. See, I do these shows, get these people on my soul. I got the Midas touch. Everything I sing gon' turn to gold, but they ain't no rush. We did it, nigga. Open doors that got this opportunity. The type of moments that I grew to be a new of me. Rest in peace to all the bros that didn't make it. I feel a ticket just for them, cause I cannot replace them. We bout that level up. You might wanna come fuck with us. I'm trying to get that Chevy Tahoe. Keep it black and bulletproof. See, that's what like the motto. Keep pushing forward till we get it out and popping bottles. There ain't no wasting time. Ain't looking for no crime to take my freedom. Got a son and daughter. Gotta stay alive. I gotta lead them. Man, who else is gon' feed them? I'ma take advantage of everything, nigga. This is my season. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, Lord knows. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, Lord knows. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, Lord knows. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, Lord knows. It's time to boss up. Sacrifice the time and go there. What it finna cost us? Breaking through the barriers, I promise they can't stop us. Nobody finna block us, I finna take the shot cause niggas finna hate, they also celebrate. Would never get a ring with a mistake. The niggas watch them ball to grow to be a king. You see my face is mama serious. I when I lose this game, now tell me what's the price of fame. I promise you can keep the chain. Man, I've been waiting my whole life for this. Patient as I get my placement. We going places, I remember I was in the basement. Now I'm shaking his west way. Shout out the shade 45, I had an interview with Rizzy Gray. I gotta take my time, I will not waste no time. Finna elevate these rounds, no matter what mountain I climb. Oh yeah, I'm talking to Jah. Keep me focused to find. Give me light, I'ma shine this little light of mine. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, Lord knows. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, Lord knows. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, Lord knows. I just want the money, cars, clothes, bows, hoes, Lord knows. Ooh, nigga, we gon' run it up.
Coming for the gusto. Think he's gon' stop, nigga, fuck no. You niggas had the rock and got a punt though. I be playing the back, I'm in front though. It's my turn now. When I walk in the spot, it's time to burn down. Hot shit for your head, I'm giving perms down. You motherfuckers ain't know, you gon' learn now. Coming from a cold place, where most shit go down is a cold case. Where your homie turned out to be a cold fake, and you gotta get skinny when you hold weight. Living in the Wild West, plenty reasons for the mess, so it's complex. Keys about to drop, that's the bomb threat. Here to get you niggas switching up your mindset. It's all that I know, I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. It's all that I know, so I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. All that I know, so I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. All that I know, all that I know, all that I know. It's all that I know, I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. It's all that I know, so I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. All that I know, so I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. All that I know, all that I know, all that I know. I'm nothing to fuck with, shout out the woo. If you don't get it, then shout out to you. Can't do it myself, so shout out the crew. Ain't never had shit, so it's one thing to do. And all that I do, you know that it's true. I keep it 100, yeah, nothing is food. I stand on my two, no busting to you. Ain't fuck with me then nothing is new. I'm back on my cure shit, but added some kick down the door shit. I don't get mine, watch the floor flip. Cause all of my life I was poor, bitch. Damn, fed up being slept on. Better get me to your check gone. I swear I won't stop till my breath gone. And I'm back with my mind with the stress gone. Yeah, it's all that I know, I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. It's all that I know, it's all that I know, so I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. All that I know, so I'm gon' get it, it's all that I know. All that I know, all that I know, all that I know, I'm gon' get it.
And we're back with more of the CEO Road Experience. I have my beautiful guest, V Insight 513.
That's us.
That be
us.
Jasper. We have at Divine Stylez.
With
in
a
the
Z
business.
at the end. Just so
With
you
a
know.
Z at the end. Fancy.
Exactly.
Always. Always.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm starting to get it. But yeah, I wanted to get in this segment. I wanted to talk about business because I know you guys, again, as we were talking in previous segments, that you guys are curators of events and shows. And again, yes, we want to inspire people to chase their dreams and, open up and be who they are, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to give them a little insight of sometimes that it doesn't always go as planned. Everything is easy. It's pretty as you see it all the time. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just want to shed a little bit of light because, again, I don't want you to be discouraged. I don't want you to be discouraged. If this is something that you want to do, but again, it's not for everyone.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You can just be a performer.
You can.
But even still, you're going to go through stuff with that because you have to make sure your business is correct.
Exactly.
And how to, build the business and things of that nature. But getting more in depth of, I'm talking about, again, curating. I'm talking about when we're dealing with event space owners. When we're dealing with, sometimes I don't know if you guys run into, when we're dealing with other artists or vendors, things of that nature.
The vendors.
You dig what I'm saying? The person,
I'm sorry. They be killing me, man.
Yeah.
So, and I know because I do it by myself. You dig what I'm saying? And I know you guys have each other. You do it. It's still a tough job.
We
Thank
get thank
goodness.
God.
Oh my goodness.
And it's a lot. But, just give a little insight into, how you guys deal with it, because I know we go through it. We know sometimes you express it. You might come on camera and really go in, but
off camera though.
Yeah. Off
camera part.
We both have our different triggers. Like,
yes.
This thing may set her off, and I'm like, all right, I got this.
Right.
You go.
Right.
And this thing may set me off, and she's like, you know what? I'm going to handle this.
Right.
You go, so. Exactly. Yes. Woosah. But, for us, one of the biggest things, and that's dealing with vendors, venues, artists, is professionalism. Oh my goodness, just getting someone to understand that as an artist, as a vendor, even as a venue, everything you do interacting with someone else is networking, but it's also an investment in your brand. Mm-hmm. So showing up on time
is a reflection of your business.
Where you say you're going to be, and not showing up. That's your brand. That's your name. We're never gonna badmouth anyone, any venue, any vendor, anything like that, because anything that's done in the dark is going to come to the light. Mm-hmm. So if you are not meant to sustain as a business owner, as a vendor, as a people interactor, like some people, it's just they don't know how to communicate, and we try to empathize. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we all new here, we're all small business owners, we're representing ourselves. You got artists that they homie is they manager, and this. Listen, but
be a lot.
Just representing your brand at all times is so important, and that is that old adage: first impression is everything. We have, not even on the bad side, but on the good side of that, we have so many vendors that are consistent because they like how professional we are. We're going to come through with the contracts. We're going to, make sure that we talk to you about your space. We're going to send you pictures of the space ahead of time. If it's an awkward, venue type thing, it's not your standard space. We try to put ourselves in your shoes. If I was a vendor setting up a table here, I would want to know this. I would want to know that. And so, we try to be accommodating, but you just got people that are not cut for the business. And that energy is a lot. And a lot of times you do just have to woosah through it. And move on. Dealing with problems as they happen. For me, sometimes I can get a little frazzled out. Like, those impromptu situations that we tried to cross all T's and dot all I's, and this sound situation goes wrong when the venue said they got the best sound in the city, and we could have came with our own
tested it was good. But then halfway through the show, shit happens.
Just push
roll with the
through.
punches.
You see the people. At the end of the day, it's about what the people are receiving. So for us, that's why professionalism and all that is so important, because our brand, our name, our picture, our image, all of that is associated with what we do. So getting venue owners, we'll start there, because I touched on vendors, but venue owners, kind of getting them to be on that same level with you sometimes is a little difficult. And I guess we can speak as women,
dealing with
that is a challenge. We've still thus far only dealt
with men
venue owners, and that's basically based on referral. We trust our community and our people, and even when things don't go right, it doesn't make us distrust the people that referred us. That just wasn't a cloth that was cut for us, right? But getting them to take us serious. We've had so many situations where the venue owner will say, okay, this will be moved, we promise you that won't be there when you get here, and the day comes and they're like, oh, those are kind of heavy, you think we could just leave it here? Oh, we're not going to open this thing up. Oh, and we come and that's open. Oh, we're not going to do this. And, and it's like, well, we said this. So that's where, writing comes in that. Let's get this in writing. How does make sure it goes just like that? Because I don't know if you think it's just a, big ass and a cute face and you just going to tell me anything. And then come showtime, you think you're going to present something else. And that's not acceptable to us. Exactly.
Oh, I'm going to get my money.
Yeah, so it's
one way or the other.
I don't think we've had too many
contraindications
with artists.
Yeah, artists are pretty good.
And I mean, we're dealing with mostly poets.
Our community
we don't
is
do
awesome.
A lot of features. We don't do a lot of like spotlighting and highlighting because we're trying to bring insight to so many different things. So we don't have a lot of situations where people get big heads because we didn't invite you to perform on our stage. You could sign up for the list like everybody else. So we don't deal with that too often. And the few times that we did decide to feature poets, we had Squeak and Bless the Child, and we were like, hey, you guys got this certain amount of time,
and
can y'all link each other up and make it work? They had never worked together, they knew each other, but and they got together and they put this bomb ass performance together. I mean, the crowd was in awe, and it was Halloween theme, and they brought their A through Z game. Like, it was so and that's the shit that we appreciate. Like, don't just show up for us, but show out for yourself and your brand. Oh man. So I mean, starting to book different artists and stuff like that, we see some things popping up, but we're gonna nip all that shit in the bud. Don't come with us with that.
Yeah, no bad energy.
and right back to the hood. Y'all seen that, right? Did y'all see that? Right? What it say? Keep your distance with your bullshit. You fucking up my aesthetic.
Exactly.
Aesthetics. Don't fuck
we professional up. Until we gotta be hood.
That part.
Keep it professional, man.
So you don't have to see me get hood.
That part.
That's really what it comes down to.
Because I'm from around here.
Say what you mean. Especially when there's money involved, of course. Nobody's playing about their bread.
And in this day and time with technology, communication, it sucks how, people are afraid. And I find that dealing with the younger generation where you get that lack of communication because they're not really used to that, being accountable for their own actions. So if you're running late, shooting a text, DMing them, even if the person doesn't see it at that time, they'll look, oh shoot, that person did text me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that matters. So the smallest things. And a lot of times, like, I know people, like, even myself, like, I deal with anxiety, and sometimes I don't want to deal with problems, and I want to just not. But the smaller, the quicker you deal with something smaller, the less that you'll have to deal with it when it's bigger. So you don't want to be that person who gets that bad name of being booked for something and then not showing up and then not communicating. That's going to take away from your craft, your art, like your brand. You don't want that. So even with being in a bad place, we're all dealing with stuff. We all got financial woes that pop up on us out of nowhere.
But communication.
Communication is everything.
Communication.
Even the smallest thing, hey, my bad, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm cool with that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, digging into.
Can I get an extra couple days to pay the fee? Like, let us know.
Exactly.
Like, all you have to do is, like you stated, is communicate. I mean, like you stated, that's the first step I feel is a part of being a professional.
Exactly.
You know, you're able to state your terms and understand, maybe hopefully understand the terms that are being given back, and then we're coming to a meeting, or understanding, or an agreement. But paperwork is also very important.
Very important. We learned that the hard way, but yes.
Yo,
We've learned that a few times the hard way.
Listen, that was the non-disclosure and non-compete clauses and everything. Yeah. You can't play around, because at the end of the day, people will snatch and challenge your brand.
Yes.
And we have to be on point, and we have to make sure we're conducting business correctly at all times, because we have something to do. We're not out here to play.
Exactly. Just like when you were in school, no question is a dumb question.
Right.
Get clarity. And this is for every person dealing in all of this situation. Don't go into something assuming, oh, I assumed y'all was going to have microphones. Nope. Now your event is bad because people in the back can't hear because they got to yell. Oh, I assumed you weren't going to do that. Oh, I assumed I was the feature. You can't go into anything with assumptions if you didn't ask that specific question.
Because assumptions lead to fuck ups.
There we go. And don't put your work or the expectations on the event planner. And I feel like this goes a lot for vendors. We had a vendor one time. She was quiet. She wasn't interacting, and she was a main vendor. And so the people were, going to her table and this and that. And we even promoted her stuff on stage because it was, important to the event. And she wasn't interacting. She chilled in the cut with whoever she brought with her.
Right.
And then afterwards, she was like, oh, wow, I didn't really make anything. And we was like, oh, wow, that sounds like a personal problem. Like, you should have made all the money of all the vendors here outside of Edibles vendor, because they probably, they going to get all the sales, because it don't matter what else is there. I'm going to enjoy this with some edibles. But, it's money to be made out here. Don't put that on.
Because closed mouths don't get fed.
We got the people
you
here.
You gotta engage the audience. You know what I mean? It's still the same thing. You hustle.
Exactly.
You can't just sit there and expect people to just get you.
Exactly.
You have
we
to
brought the horse to the
no matter how pretty your setup is.
You have to sell it. You have to hustle it.
You gotta get up and move around, talk to people, shake hands and kiss babies.
And research your craft. Vendors, know what you need beforehand. I don't know your field. My field is my field. So I'm going to know that when I go, somewhere that I'm booked, that I need to drink some tea to keep my voice on deck. Right. Don't come to our event like, oh, do y'all got this? Do y'all got stands that I could put my stuff? Right. We told you whether the table was included or not, because depending on the venue, we may have access to the tables for you. But don't, you have to be prepared. Know your field, know your craft, know your competition, know who you're selling to. Yeah, that's why we get specific vendors for these events. We're not going to have a men's mental health event and have somebody there selling pocketbooks. That's just not how it's going to go down. So, know your audience. Know your audience.
Do your homework.
Be flexible.
Be flexible.
Yeah, that's one that I've had to learn, and
be able to bend.
Yeah. I'm such a control freak. Like, oh my God, why it's not going like this?
Okay.
Yes, it's a work in progress.
Yes. You're learning. But that's cool because you understand it, so that way you can attack it. But I understand
that's
because
why
you want
it's
things
so
to run.
that
Once you design it, you want to execute it, and you don't want any problems.
Right.
And what the fuck are you fucking with my shit? You know what I'm saying? That's basically like, why you fucking with my shit? You know what I mean? Hey, my shit is laid out already, just to go this way. Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been in situations no mics. But mics should have been there though, because that's my house. You dig what I'm saying? And then it wasn't communicated that the mics were taken out. But we made it happen. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Tour. Shouts out to Tour, my partner Tour. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, done a lot. And obviously, I don't like stuff because like I have the edge. So still, I'll question like that was dumb as shit. Why you do that? You dig what I'm saying? Like, and then that if I'm thinking on that, like you trying I feel like you trying to sabotage my shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then I don't want to start going down the dark road. I don't want to sugar like nobody, man.
Oh, tell him, bro.
Listen, I'm dead serious. Listen, this shit is not a game. I try to have as much patience as possible because I know it's not the same thing. This is business.
Right.
But as you stated, professionalism is everything. Do not commit to something that you cannot come through on. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. Don't commit to it. And if you don't, if something does happen to come up, emergency, whatever, then communicate the situation.
Exactly. Know your limits.
Right. And that's as the curators have to know our boundaries.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that's how this works. You know what I mean? We got to operate with respect, with business ethics. Because if not, it doesn't work.
Yes.
We're not in this to give out shabby shit. It's quality over quality.
And then once you get past all that stuff, challenge yourself. Don't get complacent. Don't get stagnant. Don't think you sitting on top of the world because you got to this level.
Lose your hustle.
It's nothing wrong with comfortability. You know, you don't have to be shooting for the moon. You can be comfortable amongst the stars, but just don't ever stop learning. Don't think that you've mastered this art, this craft, this field, this profession. Don't think that you've mastered anything.
We are
There's only
consistently
one
becoming. We
master.
are always
Exactly.
becoming.
Yes. So challenge yourself. And when you see yourself struggling with something, that's where you need to challenge yourself at most. Because that's where you need to grow most. I know for me, when I get to that point where like something in the middle of the show goes crazy, I can't host anymore.
Y'all will never know though. You're very well.
But I got to the point. I'm like, no, I can't do the hosting part. I'm gonna do all of this and this and this and this, but not the hosting part anymore. And I felt that like conviction in my heart about it, and I didn't like that. So God put a opportunity in front of me to host other things, host online. Someone reached out to me from my hometown of Norristown and was like, hey, someone referred you to me, can you perform at my event and host it? What's your price? And I'm like, yeah, I got you. Right back in the whole time, I'm like, I don't want to do this. Why did I? Because this is what you need to do to remind you of who you are and what your position is, not only in this home business, but in this community. So that's where you stop yourself from getting stagnant, because what if I took that from myself completely? Like, then there's so many events that wouldn't get this, hostess with the mostest. So challenge yourself.
She mine first though. Just know that. Priority.
I appreciate that.
She knows her priorities.
Yes.
My hostess with the mostest.
Period.
And I'm very, very, very overprotective. Just know.
So come through on the 11th. See me hosting.
Yes.
She's the aggressor. Aggressor. I know y'all both are aggressive, but I know she's the aggressor. You know what I mean?
This one,
Miss Divine,
yes.
I'm not an aggressor. I'm just very direct and confident. That's what it is.
That's the
Okay.
Okay. If you want to, you can give it how you want to give it. I still like you anyway. But you know what I mean? Yeah, but it's nothing wrong with that.
See, direct and confident.
No doubt. But what I'm saying is nothing wrong. See, I'm not intimidated by a woman. You know what I mean? I love a strong woman. That doesn't bother me. I want you to be. I don't want you to be someone who's walked over, or someone who can be taken advantage of easily. That's not me. The type of man that I am. I don't want that. So I like that shit. But
I like this shit.
Yeah. No, I'm just not too sure. I don't know. It's mine's this thing that we're gonna be seeing Saturday. We gonna see.
It's going down.
Oh man.
Y'all don't understand how excited me and Miss Jasper get for this event. We love all our experiences. They're all dope as fuck. We the cutest shit at all of them. But this BDSM experience is like,
because this is where we started, and this elevated so fast. How we started. Just a quick, run back. We seen each other throughout the years in the this poetic field, but never really sat down, talked to each other, nothing like that. So we started seeing each other because COVID shut everything down, so nobody was out in the streets, and things started popping up. So we saw each other a few times, and just like, oh, hey, girl, hey, sis, you know, Queen Energy vibes. They was just in the air, period. And we were at the Bayou one day sitting there chatting, and Voices in Power they were expanding, and we were supporting them because they're awesome as well. And I'm like, girl, I booked my tickets for Houston. I'm going to see Voices in Power. And you like, and she was like, oh, I'm going too. Like, we hadn't exchanged numbers. We hadn't hung out outside of like poetic stages, none of that. And we literally went to Texas, and we were sitting there, and we were like, yo, when we go home, let's do this. And we got home and we did this. And our first event sold out. And it was so
it was this
in the hood, and the support was all from the hood. Like, our poetry community came out, don't get me wrong, but like the interest, the intrigue that the hood gave us was so awesome. We knew our people were gonna come out, but promoting to the hood, and they just like, what? Oh, I gotta see this. And they came out, and to see them enjoying, you know, a safe atmosphere on a whole nother level, that's what fills us up. You know what I'm saying? That joy. So we just gonna keep elevating this shit.
Yes. Because next time we get in a cage.
Period.
I couldn't find
one. Yes.
But we get.
Well, thank
I'm
you,
getting my
sisters,
cage.
again for coming to the CEO Row Experience. It's been a pleasure. We got to come do it again. When my co-host is here, because I'm sure he was going to love it. We got plenty of more questions for you. We got plenty more questions for you. You dig what I'm saying?
We are open books.
But again, check out the CEO Row Experience every Monday, every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, before we go, let them know where they can find you.
The Insight 513. That's 2 E's because we fancy.
And don't go anywhere too soon. We got a performance by The Insight 513 right after this message.
Hey, girl. Hey, it's the office. It's so undescribable, yet so undeniable. I try not to let it show. It just has this certain effect on me. It's that good kind of bad, not that sad kind of bad, but that glad kind of bad with me. How can bad be so good, often misunderstood? For once I don't mind this type of punishment, no. I got it bad, for your love. That kind of bad, so good to me. I got it bad, for your love. And baby, I got it bad. You got that bad, baby, you got that bad. It's not complicated. At times it seems overrated. But it can't be so bad to be good. Till the person you love just let yourself go. Good kind of bad, not that sad kind of bad, but that glad kind of bad. You're with me. How can bad be so good, often misunderstood? For once I don't mind this type of punishment, no. I got it bad, for your love. That kind of bad, so good to me. I got it bad, for your love. And baby, I got it bad. You got that bad, baby, you got that bad. I don't have to say too much. I tremble with the simple touch of your love. And it makes no sense how you got me out of my element. I got it bad, but it's all good. Yeah. Woo! Hey, girl. Hey.
All right. I am Miss Jasper. You guys can follow me at ms.jasper513. But more importantly, follow The Insight 513 with two E's. This piece is called Pep Talk. We've been talking about the culture all night. So, yeah, let's get into it. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. I've always been scattered, tattered, won't stand before the mirror, so my dreams keep getting shattered. But you can't fix it. Go mind your own business. No need in asking me what's the matter. But I'm going to still tell you. I'd like to say I've been tainted, but that wouldn't be true, so I'm more or less just jaded. Laughing until I cry, blue streaks down my cheeks, call it emotional face painting, but silly clown, silly rabbit, nope, I'm not having it. Even though my heart's been broken a few times, I will love again with every tiny fragment, and even at my brokest moments, God provides and reminds me that He is always the bandage, but then there's these bandits who try to steal your happiness, try to steal your joy, but I got angels lined up on my side, so best believe these blessings will be deployed, and you could take every worldly thing I own, but my spirit could never be destroyed. I remember this one time I got locked up. I had to leave my own body because, see, I'm a child of God, so I don't take my freedom lightly, and my kid's dad still do little shit to spite me. I told him to follow me on the gram just to watch me continue smiling because this peace I command. So with this peace, I demand that you respect who I am. I'm not looking for neither foe nor friend, but when I walk into the room, their eyes all follow me like I'm the latest trend. Hashtag Black Girl Magic. This energy I exude makes the support come rushing in. And I'm humbled that they even know who I am. Because, see, I know who I am. And losing is not an option, so I was always bound to win. And you could be a member on my team, a supporter from afar, or a hater on the outside looking in. The choice is yours. And I know the devil be trying to play me close, but I'm knocking on heaven's doors, praying that my good outweighs my sins when God is tallying up my scores. Because it's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. I've always been scattered, slightly tattered, but every glass ceiling they tried to build above me, God made sure that it was shattered. And my dreams, I share them with the world now because the universe keeps reminding me that my voice matters. My voice always mattered. Even when I was whispering cries through my tears in my closet, praying God subdues my fears, but my pen, you should fear. Because with every poem I write, it lets me know that the enemy be getting scared, and it lets me know that the revolution is near, but see, y'all, revelations is here. And I know we at the end of times, and I can't save my community with rhymes, but I promise you my hustle for my people goes as hard as these lines. Together we gon' grind, and if you ain't doing it for the culture, you should stay on the side. We've been through the struggle long enough. It's our time to shine. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way. And quite honestly, that's all I know. Thank you.
Okay, you guys, don't forget there is an event at The Insight, 513, February the 11th, our introductory to BDSM. Follow the page, link in the bio for the tickets. All right, let's get into this. This is called Muse. Let me be your muse. Fill your eyes with lies while I sing you the blues. Touch my what? Touch my heart, not so smart. See, I'm a beautiful mess. Now a chase has ensued. Orgasmic imprisonment. This dick be good, ain't no secret. Butterflies trapped in my stomach, why don't you release it anytime, anywhere, baby, I don't give a shit. So put a perfect pinch of pressure on this pink pearl and bring me to my precipice, baby. I won't settle for less. I'll stretch open and accept, cause we all know the hawk wants to smash, but Diana, she lassos the truth. And honestly, I want to do some dirty shit to you. He like 1,000 candles envelop us. We hit a good rhythm, yeah, this bedroom bully's dangerous. You gonna need a new frame and maybe a mattress, cause I get hedonistic. Baby, they call me mystic. Juices dripping on my shoe, I lay back and I glisten. Tell me, do you like the view? Let me light your fuse. You keep licking on them lips, damn, it must be the booze. Butterflies trapped in my stomach, why don't you release it anytime, anywhere? Baby, I don't give a shit. So tell me the truth, baby. What's your intent? Snatch my soul, hold me hostage, orgasmic imprisonment. Butterflies trapped in my stomach, why don't you release it anytime, anywhere? Baby, I don't give a shit. See, he says he likes positive affirmation, so I tell him how good the dick is while we making love faces. He likes to fuck in small spaces like dressing rooms and boutiques. See, tongues are set better tied, so now I can't speak. Cover my mouth, I'm too loud, but I'm loving where his face is. Twist my body into positions. He's my physical therapy, just the right angle on that G-spot, baby. Where'd you get your degree? See, we need each other. Pull me close, skin to skin, body's melting like butter. He my distant lover. He said, let me be your muse. Fill your eyes with lies while I sing you the blues. Touch my what? Touch my heart. Not so smart. See, I hate to disappoint you, baby, but I prefer my men a la carte. Muse. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So come see us February the 11th. That's this Saturday. Tickets, links in the bio. You can even cash app us at the Insight 513. We are on the CE Row Experience every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 9.
1, 2, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss.